Good morning. My name is Amy Gill, your pharmacist that cares. So, today I want to talk about a topic that I think you can all relate to: the overwhelming to do list. I'm sure we all have them. We write them every day, and some days they are a little more overwhelming than others. Every day or every week, I think about, what am I going to talk about with you guys? We talk always about health and wellness, some sort of aspect of that. And I was thinking about, what can I talk about today? And I was thinking about my overwhelming to-do list and how that really does affect your health and wellness, right? It affects your stress level. It affects your mindset. It affects how you eat. Everything really all has to go back to that. So let's chat about the overwhelming to-do list. Today, Alex, we are leaving for his hockey tournament. Oh my goodness, you guys. I fell asleep with him last night. I was reading him a book, we were snuggling, and I fell asleep, woke up when my alarm went off at 5. Oh goodness, I did not finish the laundry that we needed to take with us. We haven't started packing even for this trip. He's at school. He gets off early today. So luckily, he'll be able to, help me get everything all packed up. I have to go get his skates sharpened. That is a must because, of course, we need those ready to roll for hockey, right? Let's see what else is on my list. Oh, I have to finish up the treats for the team. Alex is doing treats for the team that we're going to put on their doors and the little treat boxes. So if you guys saw my treat boxes that I've done some videos and reels on, we're going to do cute little ones for the team that I have to finish up. Oh, and for the pharmacy, I have to go complete some computer things. And there's probably other things on the list, but those are the things that have to be done before we leave this afternoon. And of course, on the way to school, Alex is like, "So, Mom, what time are we leaving?" Because he wants to know what time we're going to get there. I'm like, calmly, I try to say, "Well, Alex, we'll see how quickly I can get everything done today. And then when you get home, we'll get everything packed." Right. And that is the easier way to do it. Of course, even your side, you're like, oh my gosh, you're just wanting to blow up thinking of all these things you have to do and all the stress that it is, right? And Alex is like, "Mom is so excited about our road trip." And it's so sweet, right? You just want to smile. It is so adorable. And those are the moments you need to embrace, right? We all have this overwhelming fear of all these things and we're not going to get done. What if everybody sees our house for the way it really looks like, right? I think everybody is that way. When people come, what do? We shove stuff in closets and we shut a door and we hide this and that. Is that really what we need to do? You guys, everybody is in the same situation we are in for the most part, okay? At least everybody that is, busy working moms and dads, they're overwhelmed with everything they have to do. So give yourself grace. Don't worry about it. I feel better if I walk into somebody's house and everything's not picture perfect. Okay. We're not showing the house to sell it. I feel better because I can relate to it. And they feel better because they know they didn't go through all this effort for no reason, right? It's just me. My husband always says people that mind don't matter, and people that matter don't mind. And it's so true, right? The people that really care about you, they'll want to help you. And that kind of goes into my next thing I want to talk about with this overwhelming feeling of everything we have to do. It is so hard to ask for help. I am probably the worst at it. You think you can get everything done, right? Like, you don't need help doing this, you don't need help doing that. But you can't be in more than one place at a time. And you can't let everything pile up, or you have this enormous list. And what are you going to do? You have to get these things accomplished. So it is okay to ask for help. And when someone offers help, they truly want to help you. And it makes them feel good to feel needed and wanted, and for you to say, "Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Could you please do that for me?" That makes them feel needed, wanted, and a purpose in life, because people want to help. For a long time, like I said, I wouldn't do that. My wonderful neighbor, she has recently retired, and she offered at the beginning, "Amy, I'm retiring now. So if you need help getting the kids here or there, just let me know. Just give me a call." And I have had to do that. I have had to call her to pick my kids up from school, and she enjoys it. They tell her all about school on the drive home. She has actually been to the only two parent hockey meetings that Alex's team had 2 years in a row. They've put them on the same night as Liam's mini school, which is parents, you go and you go from class to class. Well, I couldn't miss that, but I really couldn't miss the parent hockey meeting either. So she took Alex to the hockey meeting. She took a notebook and took notes for me. And you guys, that it's so sweet. And she felt so good about doing it for me. And I feel so good about having wonderful friends and neighbors that can do those things to help. So truly, you do not have to be some superhero and think you can get everything done. I always said if I did have a superpower, what I would want would be Jeannie. Do you guys remember that show? I'm like dating myself, right? Like when she would blink and she could be somewhere and then she'd blink and then she'd be somewhere else. That is so what I wanted. I didn't want to be Samantha off Bewitched because I couldn't twitch my nose. But I really wanted that superpower that I could do that and just get everything done. But honestly, we've got to give ourselves grace. We can't get everything done. I was talking to a friend today and she told me, she was talking about, her little girl who, she sets her little stuff up on the floor. And when we stand up as an adult, we look down and we just see a mess of toys, right? Get down on the floor and look at the level they see it at. They see a Barbie tea party, or they see the Legos they're playing with. They see it at that level. So to them, it looks amazing. And that's what we need to realize. Don't take that away from them, right? Involve them in on it. When they're done, of course, let's put those things away, but let them enjoy being a kid. It's okay to have those toys on the ground. It's okay not to have all the dishes done or the dog roaming around in the back. It's okay to do those things because we must give ourselves grace, because if not, what's going to happen? The stress is going to be overwhelming. And then it's going to truly start affecting our health. And we can't have that. Just like I talked about last week about eating and, about the diet and the yo-yo and how that is not good for us. Sometimes, the drive-through, the frozen pizza, those things happen. Don't beat yourself up for those things. It's okay. We just don't want to make those habit of it. And that's why it is important to get a control of our to-do list, even when it gets out of control, to get control when we can. Because for those moments, we can plan, we can get organized. And is it always going to be perfect? Absolutely not. But do we want perfect? You guys, when I do these lives, I mess up all the time. We can go back to that Instapot, right? If you guys remember that one that I couldn't get the lid on, it's okay, right? Nobody wants to see perfect. If I want to see perfect, I'll pay to go watch a movie, right? Because they get paid to do that. And how many takes does it take for them to get those lines perfect? Have you ever watched the bloopers, right? When they have to go time after time after time after time. But we are not perfect. We're not meant to be perfect. We just need to do the best we can. We need to show up, be present, and remember what is important. Is it get everything done on the to-do list? Maybe. Some of those things maybe can be pushed off and it's okay, depending on what they are. But let's live in the moment. It is so important. So what I want to hear from you guys, I know I am not alone with this overwhelming to-do list and all these things that you feel like you're just going from here to there and you don't know which way's up sometimes. So let me know what you guys, what your hardships are. What are your stresses? What is causing you that anxiety that maybe we can work through? And just knowing somebody is there with you that has the same things they're going through, I think that helps. Just like I said, the house that you walk into that's not perfect, I feel better because I'm like, that's great because they're in the same spot I'm in. And there are products that you can actually take to help with stress that are not prescription products, that are safe and natural products that I find do help when the stress and overwhelm just gets a bit too much. Some people do them every day. Some people do them just when needed, and they still work just perfectly for that. One of the things, there's a couple ingredients that you want to look for when you're doing this. It's ashwagandha and saffron. Those are two of the ingredients that really help with de-stressing. And they're safe, they're natural. So if you guys want some more information about that, reach out to me and I can definitely give you some insight on those as well. If you just want somebody to talk to and they're like, oh my gosh, Amy, I totally get where you're coming from. I can totally relate to that. That's me. That's my list. I used to say I was living day to day, and anymore I feel like it's minute to minute. So I'm sure a lot of you can relate with that. So if you can, let me know. Again, it makes me feel better as well to know I'm not the only one living minute to minute. So please let me know. It's yesterday was Valentine's Day. I had a great day with the boys. Was everything perfect? No. We're like throwing dinner together here and there and everywhere and trying to make it all work and come together and just enjoy some family time, because that is really what it's about. I mean, my kids are getting older. I mean, how much more time before Liam starts driving? So those moments are short. Everybody keeps telling me you will miss this time when things quiet down and the house becomes perfectly clean and perfectly quiet, because there's nobody there, right? The kids aren't there to do all those things. You're not running to a hockey game. You're not running to a lacrosse game. And I know I will miss those moments, but sometimes you need to sit down, take a deep breath, and remind yourself of that. So live in the moment, enjoy this, embrace the craziness, because honestly, I know from friends that they are now empty nesters. They said it definitely changes. So enjoy every second. Don't sweat the small things, and reach out to me. I would love to chat with you about maybe things that can help you along the way during the crazy time in your life. My name is Amy Gill, your pharmacist that cares.